Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are making rich and bubbly au gratin potatoes. I absolutely love this dish. It came out so melt in your mouth delicious. So if you want to learn how I made this, keep on watching. Alright, so we're going to start out with some fresh potatoes. I am peeling them and placing the peeled potatoes in a bowl of cold water. After we finish peeling all of our potatoes, I used about 5 medium-sized potatoes. I sliced them thinly. So we all know how to peel a potato, you know. So now that they're peeled, we are going to slice them. You don't want to use prepackaged potatoes for this. You want fresh potatoes because when you put it in the oven to cook, you don't want them to disintegrate. And when you use pre-cooked potatoes, like in those packages, they just don't hold up very well. So now I'm putting my potatoes into a tin pan, and I'm just going to season them. I'm not going to cook them in this tin pan because, as you can see, it is way too big. So I'm starting out with some complete seasoning, some garlic powder. I'm going to be using some Creole seasoning, black pepper, and chicken bouillon to season my potatoes. I'm also going to use these same seasonings for my cheese sauce when I get there. But it's important to season your potatoes. Season them with whatever seasonings that you like at home. My cooking videos only serve as a guide and not necessarily, it doesn't dictate. I mean, listen, you're going to get some good food, but I want people to learn how to cook, not just follow recipes. You get what I'm trying to say? So I love it when you guys leave comments in the comment box about how you guys spruced up the recipe in the way that appealed to you and your family and your taste buds better. I love that. I think that's what it's all about. It's about learning and growing as a community. Anyhow, so I finished seasoning all my potatoes. Now I'm going to transfer them to a bake safe dish, and we're going to put our potatoes sideways, as you can see in the pan. What this will allow is for the cheese sauce to get all in the nooks and crannies of our dish, and that's what makes it sexy au gratin potatoes. You get what I'm saying? So just stuff all of your potatoes in there in your dish, and then we are going to get started on our bechamel sauce. So for our sauce, we're going to get started with melting down 4 tablespoons of butter. So once those 4 tablespoons of butter melt, we're going to add white flour, about 2 tablespoons. I personally like it when there is a little bit more fat than flour because it really allows that flour to cook down and get nice and toasty. Once you cook your flour down so it removes that raw flavor, we are going to go in with 1 pint of half and half, an entire pint. And we're going to follow that up with 3/4 of a pint. So basically a little bit more than half of a pint of heavy whipping cream, because I didn't use the entire pint of that. But now we have our sauce is nice and smooth. We're going to let it heat through, all the way through. We're going to let that milk cream come up to room temperature. And then we're going to go ahead and add 1.5 cups of Colby Jack shredded cheese. We're going to mix that up in there really well. And then we are going to follow that up with Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. Shredded Romano cheese. And are they the same thing? Parmigiano Reggiano and Reggiano? Maybe Reggiano is just one form of cheese. I don't know. Use Parmesan if you like. Use Parmigiano Reggiano. Use Romano cheese. Use what you have and what you think will taste good in your potatoes. Once you add that, you can see we have a nice thick cream-based sauce. And we're going to go ahead and start seasoning up our sauce. So I'm going in with 2 tablespoons of black pepper, a teaspoon and a half of garlic powder, about a tablespoon of Creole seasoning, and I'm just going to mix that up really well so it's nice and incorporated. And we're going to go ahead and taste our sauce. Make sure it has the flavor that you're looking for. If it doesn't, go back in with what you need. Once your sauce is complete, go ahead and add that to your potatoes. Get them nice and coated. Get in all the nooks and crannies and crevices so that those potatoes can soak up all that flavor. You want to put it in a 375-degree oven for 30 to 45 minutes. You want those potatoes to get nice and soft. Feel free to stick a fork in them during the cooking process. And once your potatoes are fork tender, your dish is done. So you can go ahead and pull it out of the oven. As you can see, I'm topping mine with some cheese, some Colby Jack cheese. And after about 30 minutes in the oven, this is what it looked like. It was so good, so hot, so steamy. So I'm going to give the scalloped potatoes a try. Guys, this is so good. I was kind of scared that the sauce would be too salty, but the sauce being a little salty paired with the potatoes are perfect. Perfectly tender. So good. Wow. I'm about to eat this whole thing. It's really yummy. That sauce is nice and thick. It holds together really nicely. Okay. It's so savory. It's so rich. Okay, I need to stop eating this because I made a whole shebang for dinner. I made scalloped potatoes with string beans and lemon pepper wings. This is gonna be so bomb. And this is addictive. I literally can't stop eating it. It's so good. So, if you guys give this a try, definitely let me know down in the comment box below. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe and like this video. I try to keep them nice and short so that you're not here all day watching videos, but sometimes I just have to keep you guys. And cutting the potatoes nice and thin, they're perfect. They're not too mushy. They're still like nicely firm. You taste that black pepper. Oh my gosh, so good. And I think you can serve it right out the oven if you want, but I think it'll be a little bit too liquidy. You want to wait for it to firm up a bit. You guys, take a bite. Take a bite. Look at how thin that is. Okay, I'm really about to eat this whole thing. I'm gonna sit this down and save the rest for dinner. But I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.